American, maker of my own gravestone. 2050 will be kings we kneel with, gods we greet daily. What frontier will our children sing about now? 2050.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Promethean Tides. I'm General. As always, I'm joined by Breaker. What is going on, Breaker?
Obbies, we have the political compasses.
Very nice. And also, I guess for the second appearance on YouTube, he was also on the Rumble exclusive that we did a while back. But second time on here. What is going on, Walter?
Hello, fellas. I identify as a black identitarian, and I am proud to meet all of you.
Yes, that is what he is. That's what he does. Nice. Okay, so there's a lot of news to cover this week. Jesus Christ, a lot of things are happening. I'm starting to get a little bit spooked. I'm starting to get a little bit scared. I'm not sure if I want violence to break out, but who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
You know what, General Chief? I would really like to see all this. That's why I wish you would share your screen on Discord.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Okay, yeah, that should be fixed. Nice. So the first story is this just in: Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is going to be running for president under the Democrats. So I think that this is basically the first Democrat to throw in besides Obama. So that could be interesting. I really hope that the Democrats don't win, but I guess
I
that
think that as an accelerationist and a black identitarian, this would be very great. We should accelerate and crumble the society, so we should get something better. You know. I support Kennedy.
That is an opinion, 100%. This person, Robert Costa, says, per several people familiar, Steve Bannon has been encouraging this for months and believes Robert F. Kennedy Jr. could be both a useful chaos agent in 2024 race and a big name who could help stoke anti-vax sentiment around the country. So I guess that if we look at the AP News here, there's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and he's an anti-vaccine activist and scion of one of the country's most and I don't know this much about this guy, but I don't think he's actually anti-vaccine. I would assume that he's anti-COVID vaccine specifically. I doubt he has an issue with like the polio vaccine or the smallpox vaccine. So
Wait a minute, this guy's running for Democrats and he's an anti-vaccine activist. What the fuck?
Yes,
They're desperate. You have to realize they've been losing a lot, so they're desperate to appeal to anybody right now to have a chance of winning against the Republicans right now.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, like when you get desperate enough, you'll have to take the opinions of your other side in this sense to get any type of votes, because Joe Biden's gonna sink this year.
Wait, actually, never mind. More than I mean, it says here. I'll take them at their word. I don't know if it's true, but more than 15 years ago, he became fixated on a belief that vaccines are not safe. So I guess that he just doesn't like vaccines in general. Okay.
Oh.
Which is actually not a position I would agree. I would agree with. Like, I think that most of the vaccines are probably safe. Like, the polio vaccine. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I will say that some of them do give your kids autism, but most of them are safe.
No, okay. Like I got the polio vaccine when I was a kid. I got the
Yes, you are autistic nowadays.
Well, but it's only a mild case of autism, so it's not that bad.
You're still pretty artistic, sir.
Well, no, I'm extremely artistic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I just want to say all vaccines are safe and effective, and do not question them.
All vaccines are safe and effective. That is the position of this channel specifically. So
yeah, of course. We love vaccines. We just got our third booster shot, actually. You know.
I was actually just in a chat with some lefties who who had they were like, yeah, I'm all up to date with my boosters. Like, geez, how many boosters is that? Okay.
I love lefties, man. They're so entertaining.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
just
they are. Yeah, I guess that dude's running for president. We'll see what happens there. Not a lot of news there. Twitter, under Elon Musk, has officially listed NPR as a U.S. state affiliated media. So, it,
Yeah, I mean, it is.
So this wasn't NPR that chose this tag for themselves. Twitter was like,
it's a very truthful tag.
Yes, it's very truthful, but NPR doesn't like to acknowledge that. But Twitter was like, no, you are U.S. state affiliated media. And then
it's in the fucking name. It is National Public Radio. It is publicly funded. What the fuck?
Right. And this blue check lefty goes, NPR is not state-affiliated media. It's public media. The New York Times is not propaganda. It's one of the most robust news organizations in the English-speaking world. The bias as to who's being targeted by this site is its leadership. By its leadership is so very clear. It's not a small thing. No.
This is fucking hilarious. I love it.
Fucking.
Like, hold up. Is this for? Can we look at their fucking bio real quick? Because this is pretty funny. Look at their bio real quick.
No,
it's all pronouns, it's all flags, it's all the pedophile symbols, it's every fucking thing.
Like, honestly, like, most of these are fucking liberals. I don't even think like he's a full-on leftist. He's a liberal.
Oh, they're in.
Where's the I stand with Ukraine?
I'm not gonna leave up their bio for too long, but it looks like they're a New York Times contributor.
Liberal.
So
and liberal.
Yeah, a lefty. Yeah. So I don't know, fucking seethe harder, lefties. Unfortunately,
the right wingers are winning. We're winning, guys.
Yeah. What you gonna do?
All right, next one.
So I wanted to point this out. This is interesting. So Leonardo Dicaprio testifies in Obama campaign Fugees money laundering trial. So
This looks like a movie scene, man. Like, honestly.
Well, it's Leonardo DiCaprio, so obviously it would look like that. But Leonardo DiCaprio appeared in Washington Monday to testify in the trial of Fugees rapper Pras Michael, who is accused of illegally funneling money from fugitive Malaysian financier Joe Tek Low to the Barack Obama campaign through straw donors. And this is $30 million that might have been siphoned into the Democrat war chest, election war chest, back in 2012, which is, highly illegal in my opinion.
No shit.
So that's interesting, I would say. And let me just see if I can.
I don't think anything's going to come of this. I think Barack Obama, like, even if they had like evidence of him committing a capital felony or something, he would never see the inside of a courtroom.
Oh no, of course not. No, because Obama is a good guy, so we shouldn't prosecute him for the bad stuff because he's a good guy. When bad
question mark.
No, look. When good guys do bad stuff, it's okay because they're good guys. But when bad guys do bad stuff, well, you have to punish them to the full extent of the law because they're bad guys. Everyone knows that. How can you tell?
It actually sounds like an Obama argument. It's like, look, I'm a good guy, and these guys over here, they're all bad guys. So when you have a situation that comes up like this, look, you got to send the bad guys to Guantanamo. And you got to put the good guys in the White House.
Hey, guys,
Barack Obama, I approve this message.
You have to realize this, all right? Obama is the greatest American hero ever. He got a kill streak of like a few thousand, okay, with all those bombings.
Dude, that's true. Dude, what is his KD ratio? What is his KD ratio?
It's like 200,000 or more. Man.
Dude,
really
Obama is like the OGest of all OG gangsters.
Like, think about all those tactical drone strikes, man. Like, he was really putting in that work, okay? Like, give him some credit.
I've been doing flyby on their asses. Look.
Just a fun. He's literally the best Call of Duty player on the planet. Fucking.
Exactly.
No one has a KD ratio like he does.
Man. Like, think about he was the top champion of bombing weddings in Yemen, guys. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
He bombed that civilian restaurant and killed that American citizen who was 16 years old. Like, what a fucking champ, bro. What a
Yeah,
champ.
yeah, like that KD is just so high. Like, guys, he's the good guy.
Oh,
All right,
I'm
Like, just
salivating.
KD. Yeah,
But
yeah,
anyway,
totally. Yeah, we totally shouldn't like charge him for like war crimes and killing American citizens. You know?
No, because he's a good guy. You forgot about that point. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
And
of course, of course, of
Exactly.
course.
and how do
Like,
we
on this
of
channel?
course.
and how do we
On this channel, you know, Obama is an American hero. Okay.
Yes, that's right. And you know what? Here's how you can tell that he's a good guy. He got a Nobel Peace Prize 3 months into office. Boom.
Yeah,
Done.
and then he proceeded to bomb those Yemen villages peacefully. Okay. It was just he did the same thing
By
like
the
those are
way-
very
They were
Very-
mind you, they were explosive but mostly peaceful bombings.
Yeah. Hey, you can remember this. He was just as peaceful as those BLM protests. Okay.
Yeah.
Peaceful protests, peaceful bombings.
By the
guys.
way, about the Nobel Peace Prize that Obama got, if I remember right, even Obama himself at the time was like scratching his head and be like, "What did I do?" And then it clicked in his mind, it's like, "Oh, because I exist while black and president, they must give it to me by default."
Well,
I mean, hey, if I became a black president, you know, I could get a Nobel Peace Prize, and I just bombed.
You weren't the
Chinese villages.
first. You would have to bomb twice as many.
Hey, wait! I would bomb Chinese villages and Indian villages. Okay.
Well, if they're Chinese, never
Yeah.
mind.
Never mind.
Yeah.
So
Races
Yeah,
are equal. We believe in diversity.
Yeah, diversity is our strength, guys. Remember that. Diversity
Exactly.
is indeed our strength.
So I wanted to point out the coverage of Breitbart on this, and they lead with basically this whole thing is about how money was being funneled into the Obama campaign, $30 million worth, right? And then we can actually look at the post-millennial coverage of this, which is also like more of a right-leaning article, I guess, news organization, and they lead with Leonardo Dicaprio testifies that CCP-linked Malaysian financier, now a fugitive, sent $30 million to Obama during 2012 campaign. Okay, interesting, right? But now let's look at the left-leaning publications and let's see what their coverage is like. From the Daily Mail. Star witness Leonardo Dicaprio testifies for prosecution at Fuji's Star Pros Michaels 1MDB money laundering trial and reveals rapper also attended lavish parties thrown by fugitive mastermind Joe Low. And they don't say anything about the main point of the whole trial, which is that it was $30 million directed towards the Obama campaign. No, they make it about how the rapper was the middleman in between this. Wow. Amazing how they would specifically focus on the rapper and not inform their audience that this was really about Barack Obama's campaign. Weird how the Daily Mail would just omit that. How odd.
Yeah, it's kind of like how
Strange.
we ignored like think about Hunter Biden, for example. He kind of ignored how he was doing drugs and narcotics and just focused on his penis, like all the lefties did, instead of focusing on the crime he committed.
Yeah,
You know?
and the funneling of money more specifically.
Yeah, but hey, guys, he's totally innocent. He was just showing a picture of his cock. It was totally just revenge porn, guys. It was
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. What's wrong with the internet?
Nothing.
Showing Hunter Biden's penis everywhere.
All these like right wingers and the revenge porn, like all these right wingers are closeted homosexuals. I tell you.
We also have today.com, and they just all they do is they report Leonardo DiCaprio testifies at Fuji's rapper Ross Michaels trial. Doesn't mention a single thing about the Obama campaign. Not a single thing here. Just all about, oh, it just has to do with the rapper. This is just celebrity gossip between Leonardo DiCaprio and another. So don't worry about it. Doesn't even like it. It doesn't mention anything because I guess that the lefty publications, they're here to really inform you and give you the truth.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, just wanted to go over the difference in the coverage. But
This is why you have to out hypocrite the hypocrites. Like, you're eventually gonna have to get to a point where to any normal person, the point you will have to reach in order to win against the left, you're going to look like a fucking crazy person. You're going to look like a double nested, double insane, like, where the fuck are your pills, crazy person, to go against the left. Like, you're going to have to get to the level where, like, you as a male bodybuilder just suddenly identify as transgender so that you can defeat the, I don't even know how to put, male to female transgenders that are already there at the women's bodybuilding competition. You're going to have to get to that level.
The
I
go ahead, Walter.
Translate that for you, General, and Caucasian for you. Yeah. So he was basically just mocking transgenders in his own Irish little way, you know.
We respect identities and pronouns here.
Yes, we do.
They, them. Yeah, totally. Trans women are women, totally.
Yes.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, that's why, like, the man, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, suddenly putting a pink bow in his hair and identifying as a woman, that's perfectly valid. You respect her pronouns.
No, there's there's this idea that you shouldn't fight fire with fire. But the thing is that if you live in a clown world, being serious is not an advantageous trait. You have to outclown the clown. That's the only way to win, okay? You do have to fight fire with fire.
What if afterwards you then become the clown? Even more of a clown than the clown.
Well, then, you have lived long enough to see yourself become the clown villain, and a new clown Dark Knight must rise up to outclown you, and so we just go infinite clown.
So this is just an infinite clown world.
Well, that's where we already exist, so there's no going back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's fucked. Yeah.
Pretty much. Say it wasn't fucked. I mean, I think you misunderstood.
Yeah, totally. This is good. This is good. We should affirm trans people and trans 9-year-olds. You know.
This is a good thing.
You know, little Timmy wants to be a little Katie now. Okay, and he wants to cut off his genitals.
No, it wouldn't. They would go from Timmy to Tammy. Okay, that obviously.
Oh, Tammy, that's better. I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Unless they were black, then they would go from Tina to Shakwame Mabambaloo.
What was that? Shakwame Mabambaloo?
I don't know. They just make those fucking names.
Hey, man, I have an Arabic name. So it's, you know, it was Allah, you know.
Allah.
You know?
So there's some of the more minor news. Of course, the largest news is Trump was indicted and he was arrested. Does this necessarily make any sense? No. Is the court being politicized? Yeah. Is justice in America being politicized? Yeah. Is this incredibly fucking dangerous? Yeah. But here we are in the clown world. Yay! Honk honk.
It's already a banana republic. That's why I gave up on politics. Fuck all of this shit. Nothing means anything anymore.
What exact crime did he actually commit that were worthy of being charged? Like the first, or the quote unquote the first president to be charged. What were exactly those crimes?
Okay.
Because if we actually want to start charging, I guess we can start charging Ronald Reagan. No, he's dead. My bad. George W. Bush, Obama. They're like
Biden right now.
Don't say the C word.
Sorry, I keep forgetting the presidents because they're all so boring.
Okay,
they all seem the same to me. They're all war criminals and screw over the American people.
Let me explain my understanding of exactly what has happened here. Right. Okay, so allegedly, Trump had sex with porn star and prostitute Stormy Daniels, right? And then I guess later Donald Trump had a lawyer, and his name was Michael Cohen, and then Michael Cohen paid money to Stormy Daniels to get her to shut up about it. And also, she didn't shut up, so it was kind of a waste of money in the first place. But, so I guess we can be relatively certain that happened. Now, Michael Cohen was Trump's lawyer, and then I guess, Michael Cohen being Trump's lawyer, he is going to take a lot of campaign money from Trump because, he's the lawyer for the campaign. So, honestly, giving him $100,000 is probably a drop in the bucket. I imagine that he's getting paid millions. but I guess allegedly, okay, so allegedly, because none of this is precisely known yet. Michael Cohen, he paid Stormy Daniels $130,000 to shut up, and that's all we know. As far as we can tell, there is nothing that points to Trump knowing about Michael Cohen making this payment. In fact, it's entirely possible that Michael Cohen made this payment and then just billed Trump and said, "Oh, yeah, I spent an extra 12 hours on a legal thing. Give me another $130,000." And Trump just went, okay, because he's a billionaire and he doesn't give a shit about $130,000. There is nothing that actually ties Trump to this. If anything, it should be Michael Cohen up on the stand. But because we have to politicize everything and we need to take down evil Hitler Donald Trump, I guess that's what we're doing now, because that makes sense. And this is over one payment of $130,000, but it wasn't paid all at once. I guess it was paid over like the course of like, let's say like 10 payment transactions, right? But then like with each payment transaction, you have the check that was written out, and then the documentation in like the accounting book, and like maybe like a phone call or a text that was made or whatever. And so that's how, like, from this one gross payment of $130K that was split up into like 10 individual payments, you can end up with 34 counts, because that's what they're doing here. 34 counts, or actually, I think they expanded it further. It's like 100 counts, and now Trump is facing, because of all these counts, 134 years of prison time based off of nonsense.
Well, I will say this: they basically do this with most people that they want to. Basically, people who are not within their own interests, they do this all the time with most of their political enemies or their financial enemies, for example. The IRS does this a lot to people when it comes to like tax charges or tax evasion, etc., or financial crimes, which aren't actually crimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And what makes this?
This is standard for the deep state to do.
Yes. I would absolutely agree with you. What is non-standard is that they're doing this this whole bullshit Banana Republic court thing to a former president and also front runner for the presidency. And again, like
it's borderline political career assassination, if you think about it.
I mean, it seems like that's what they're attempting to do. They're trying to specifically politicize the New
York.
Well,
it's actually what they're trying to do.
Yes,
because if they know that Trump is gaining a lot of political support. So if they take him out of the picture, it's less difficult. This is a political chessboard move, if you think about it.
I mean,
if we're being realistic about it, probably what the most they're going to get out of this, because by the time Donald Trump's skyscraper filled with lawyers is going to settle all this out and beg it down and get him off with like maybe $1 million fine or something, which is like basically he lost in his count's worth of money for him. So, but what it's really trying to do is to keep him tied up for all of the time so that he hopefully doesn't campaign. But you know what? I say, if you want to vote for Trump, just write it fucking in. Even if he's not on the ballot, just write his fucking name in. Fuck it.
Also, I will say this: I think they might be hoping that they can hold him long enough so where he just dies of old age. Maybe.
I mean, maybe
that
look,
too.
Look, these are trumped up charges, obviously. Like this is probably like none of this makes any sense. As far as I can tell, this is purely political. We'll go into I guess some of the lefty takes from like CNN over this, but number one, I think that to some extent, I think that this does actually boost Trump in the polls, because everyone's like, why the hell is the state going after him? Like, maybe he's actually the good guy, because now he looks like the underdog, right? Americans love an underdog.
I want this to be the first president ever elected off of just pure write-ins.
He's gaining, like, I've been looking at the polls. He's been gaining a lot of support. Yeah, I will say this as well. He's gaining a lot of support over DeSanctimonious right now.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Out of all of this, I think that Ron DeSantis has actually lost the hardest, not Trump. But I this is I don't think that this is actually any of this is legitimate, but it's something that they can technically do, and I guess they're doing it. And look, the whole thing about America is that in theory, yes, the executive branch and the legislative branch are extremely partisan and untrustworthy because of how partisan they are. But the bedrock of America, I kind of imagine is actually the judicial system. It's the thing that says that, you know what, no matter what happens, the law itself will be applied fairly. Lady Justice is blind, and this is throwing that in the garbage. This is such an incredibly dangerous thing for the Democrats to be doing, and if they engage in this, I think that maybe the Republicans should also engage in this. Maybe we should really look into the $30 million campaign contribution that was made illegally from Chinese foreign investment sources. Maybe Obama needs to go to jail. Maybe we should look into Biden. Maybe Biden needs to go to jail. Let's see. Obama, he had like 30 million. I don't know how much Biden has gotten in kickbacks. Trump spent 130,000. That's a drop in the bucket. If they're planning on putting him in jail for 134 years, certainly Obama and Biden should be getting like 1,000 years in prison. Like, why not just pull them into court and see how this works? Like, this is not a good precedent, but we're gonna do it anyway because honk honk, nice.
I wonder what would happen if he was like convicted, but he got elected through write-in ballots alone at the same time. What would they do?
That would be amazing.
Oh no, Whoopi Goldberg! This must be like a This is the intellectual juggernaut on display here.
Yes, the View is.
This seems to be
Go ahead, Walter.
And then Walter died horribly.
I was gonna say, this topic is really, really funny because you see all the liberal types getting out of the neckwoods to give their own shitty takes on this. Like, the Constitution, he broke the Constitution, or they'll say that he pulled an insurrection or something like that at the Capitol. They bring those charges up, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking?
Well, okay, so here we have Walter. I would assume here we have Whoopi Goldberg. She is of your racial background, so I assume that you support whatever she says. Let's listen to what this deeply intelligent
Oh, I don't. Like Joe Biden would say, no, shut up. No, wait. All right, listen, all right. I, from the black delegation, give her over to you. She agrees more with your people, okay?
What?
Get the fuck out of here with that.
No, we're not taking her. We'll give her to the Chinese. Okay, so
all right, fine. The Chinese can take her, but I'm not claiming
her. So here we have the absolute brilliance of Whoopi.
I'm not. Know how I feel about this.
This is Whoopi Goldberg and all the brilliance that she has, and also the other women on The View who are all just the most smartest big brain people on the planet. Let's give her a listen.
A lot of Republicans are calling this politically motivated, and some people on both sides of the aisle say the case is weak. So all spin aside,
I'm sorry. Did you just say all spin aside? I'm sorry. This is The View. The entire point of your show is spin. What the hell are you talking about?
Isn't this what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to bring the case, and then you have to prove it, right? Isn't that the job?
Yeah. That's the job. And what I loved, what the DA said was, these are their bread and butter cases. Yeah. Like, these are very.
Can you explain what that means to people?
It just means, like, if you're the financial capital of the country, and some.
Also, I would like to point out what Whoopi Goldberg said there. You bring the case and then you have to prove it. Well, yeah, but usually if you're going to bring a case against someone, you have to have at least like some evidence first, right? Like
a nugget of evidence, basic level evidence to continue this type of process.
Right, like if
or even
like let's say that Walter stole a candy bar from my convenience store. I would at least have to have some evidence to begin with. Like maybe I saw it happen, or maybe I've like it on video camera. Like I couldn't just go up to a random dude on the street and go, arrest him. I have no evidence, but he needs to be arrested. That's what's happening here, as far as I can tell. So, everyone on The View is really dumb. I just want to point that out.
Some would argue the world. A lot of financial crimes occur here, and so they're really good at doing it. In fact, when I was a prosecutor, I got out of the antitrust division because they were so easy. I wanted more of a challenge. And you know why they're easy? Because there's like a paper trail. And what's so easy about this case is Trump has a really distinguishable, distinct handwriting, and it's like Trump, with big black letters, and it would just be so easy to prove. And it's not just the Stormy Daniels payments. There are payments of $150,000 to another woman. There's $30,000 of payments to a doorman who lied apparently, and so you just.
She's actually bringing up things that are not in the trial. I have no idea what the hell she's talking about. I mean, I'm sure that also Trump totally paid some hookers to pee on a bed that Obama previously slept in, right? The Pissgate stuff. Yeah, I'm sure that totally happened. The Steele dossier. What the hell is going on? Why this is? We also have.
I love liberals. I love them. They're entertaining. What are you talking about? This is pure comedy. Why are you mad about this? You should be happy.
You're right. It does have entertainment value. I will not lie.
Yeah. You should be happy, man. I don't know why you get so angry about this. I love this.
No, you're right. Actually, this is, you know what? This is content for the channel. So fuck yeah.
Exactly. Let's enjoy this. All right. Let's not think too much about it. 'Cause they don't think about this stuff that much either, So why should we? Too much stress.
Actually, you know what? You're right. We should just embrace this more axiologically and just be like, haha, this is funny, and just leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly.
You see why The View has won so many Emmy Awards.
Exactly.
Yes. So this is
Every word's a fucking joke.
This is CNN. This is from CNN, and they're saying that they're underwhelmed by the evidence. So they're even CNN is like, guys, I don't know if we have a case here. Let's listen in.
Us first, CNN senior justice correspondent Evan Perez is here. Evan, you've been following all the legal back and forth in this case, certainly the classified documents case. What stood out to you about today?
Well, Anderson, I think like you, we were certainly expecting a lot more of a narrative from the prosecutors and the district attorney there of the legal theory of this case. And what we don't have is exactly how they're tying it to a second crime, which makes it a felony. And one of the things that we were watching, of course, when the district attorney was speaking later after the court had wrapped up, was he made reference to a possible tax crime, possibly under New York state tax law. Now, that's what we're going to be watching for in the coming weeks when the district attorney has to present more of the evidence for this case. They point out, for instance, they cross the issue of intent for Donald Trump by saying that he personally signed these checks, right? So at least they established that they believe they have evidence that Donald Trump intended to violate these laws. The question is, how does this cross into a felony? And again, that's where we are surprised, frankly, that we didn't see more of that in the statement of facts or in anything that the district attorney presented today.
Yeah, because they don't, as far as I can tell, based off of what we know about the case, not everything's been released, obviously, but they don't have anything. They maybe have some shit about Donald Trump, maybe wrote a check. And well, yeah, I mean, maybe Trump fucked a hooker, maybe, but they don't.
Millionaires, they do that all the time.
I really wouldn't be surprised, but they don't have anything that actually connects Donald Trump to knowingly using campaign finances to pay off Stormy Daniels. They don't have anything. What they have is maybe Trump just paid his lawyer, and maybe he should have looked in more what his lawyer was doing. That's a misdemeanor. It's not a felony. And so okay, you know what? Fine. New York, charge him with a misdemeanor. Make it the maximum fine possible. Charge him $10 million if you want. I'm pretty sure that Trump is good for it. What the hell are you going to do? None of this makes any sense. But I do want to say that when it comes to this particular court, like none of these charges make any sense, but they might actually get Trump on this because this is a court in New York. The people of New York are extremely lefty. The judge himself, I think his daughter has been involved with Kamala Harris before. Like obviously, like, this judge should not be presiding over this case because, like, he has a conflict of interest. But, you know, we live in a clown world, honk honk, and so the judge is probably super anti-Trump. And the jury, well, they're going to be people from New York, so they're going to be super anti-Trump. I mean, they might actually get Trump on this entirely bullshit charge just because of how biased they can make the courtroom, which is, it's a farce of justice if they actually convict him on any of this. And if they do manage to convict him on any of this...
You have to remember, though, General.
Yes.
General, Orange Man is bad, so all of this is good because we have to kick the orange fascists out, remember?
I forgot about that. Yeah, because, like, Barack Obama is good dude. So if good dude does bad thing, it's okay. But when bad dude does bad thing, very, very naughty, must be punished.
Yeah, when Orange Man does it, it's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when Brown Kenyan Man makes cages for immigrants, it's good. But when Orange Man uses those cages, it's bad, remember?
I do remember. Yeah, and that's logic, bro. You can't get around that logic.
And you also have to believe it. It's dogmatic because a member of the black delegation is saying it. So if you don't agree with him, you're a racist.
I'm the most racist, whitest black man you'll ever meet in America.
No, but
that's true.
But we have a black man on the show right now. So do they cancel out? Shit.
Oh shit.
Philosophers will be. They'll be questioning this for the next 200 years. How does this work?
Yeah, this is what came up with the philosophy of the 5 5s. This is what the 5 5s are, Chief.
If we move on to the political test, I'm a fucking anomaly, I guess. If we move on to that at some point, you guys can be fucking shocked by that.
All right, we will get through the Trump stuff, and then we're gonna do a political compass test, and that should be fun. That's content. Okay, now I disagree with Ann Coulter here, but I wanted to bring this up because she's very much she's a conservative, you know, she's very much on the right, but I think that she has not so great of a take here, and so I just wanted to read through it real quick. She goes, "What's easier to roll than an Easter egg? Answer, Donald Trump. Now I can add, what's easier to roll than Donald Trump? Answer, Republican voters. Democrats are playing Republicans like a fiddle. The left's sole objective is to make Trump the Republicans' 2024 presidential nominee. He's already lost 3 election cycles for the GOP. Why not make it 4? A month ago, things were looking bad for the Democrats. Immediately after Trump announced for president last November, he may as well have gone into the witness protection program. Even Fox News cut away from his announcement speech. He had to have dinner with a noted Hitler enthusiast to get any attention, and when he spoke at CPAC in February, the room was half empty."
Hey, wait, that's not a bad thing, though. Like, Hitler enthusiast.
All right, okay.
I'm just saying, that's not like a bad thing.
Okay, so she basically goes, against DeSantis' smarts and energy, the Democrats would be running President's senile dementia and a vice president whose sole credentials is that she is black and a woman. So Ann Coulter has gone full DeSantis, and I guess she loves DeSantis. She's abandoned Trump. I don't know why. I think that this is a bad take from Ann Coulter. I agree with Sargon of Akkad, a.k.a. Carl Benjamin of the Lotus Eaters podcast. I completely agree with him. This is a narrative arc that Trump has to fulfill. And to just say, no, screw that, let's just get DeSantis in, it ruins the story, right? Like, America, our history is built on stories. And it's actually very important to finish out the narrative arc. Just for that alone, am very much more in the Trump category than the DeSantis category, and I think that if you'll look at where most Republicans are at this point in time, they agree with that. They want Trump. DeSantis can come after Trump. After 2028, DeSantis 100%. I'll vote for him, absolutely, but not 2024. I personally think that we got to get Trump in, but Ann Coulter thinks that we need DeSantis for some goddamn reason, which is great.
Because she's a witch. She's the Wicked Witch of the West. She's making her own decisions, you know? Like, look at her face, man. Like, I've always thought of her as a ghoul. Her face has always scared me.
Yeah, it is kind of ghoulish. I do agree. It is
kind of horsey.
It's a little
I
bit
know. Like, have you seen her like way back in the day? Like, her face looked like it was a zombie.
Yeah, she's like an older, whiter, blonder AOC. They both had the horse face.
Exactly.
Zombie.
Although I will state I think I've said this to other people before, but I will announce this on my channel. Look, if given the opportunity to fuck AOC, I would. I'm just gonna say that. It would be.
What is it with you and liking to fuck white people?
No, look,
man?
I'm just saying. Look, it would be a hateful fuck, obviously, because I would maybe like choke her a bit, but but
you're gonna get us to a rumbling exclusive.
Okay, never mind.
You'd have to put those UFC tooth guards on her if she was going to do oral, because those teeth, goddamn, you don't want that anywhere near your dick.
Good point. And also, Trump calls on Congress to defund the FBI and DOJ. He says Democrats have weaponized law enforcement. This is just true. Like, this is just facts. I mean, yes, the FBI and the DOJ have been politically weaponized, and I think that when Trump, like, if we can just get Trump in, I think that he really, really, really wants to have the authority to remove all of the Schedule F employees, which is going to be a ton of people from the deep state. In fact, I think that he might go further over the course of 4 years. I think that at this point, what we really want to do is just take all of the unelected bureaucrats that are currently existing in the government and just tell them to fuck off and go find jobs in the public sector, right? Just take them all out, and you know what? Don't even replace them. Just get rid of these 3-letter organizations. Just unemploy everyone at the FBI, and then also just make the FBI no longer exist. I think that that's what Trump might be gunning for, and that does sound like, I can't not vote for that, because even DeSantis isn't coming forward and saying that. He's more weak. He's like, I just want to I want to try to make the country better, and like the Democrats have gone too far. Gosh darn it, we need to guide us in the correct direction. Meanwhile, Trump is saying dismantle the government. Make the federal government basically non-existent, and god damn it, he's got my vote for that one. I will tell you what.
I want his vote because he aligns with my political views. Not all of them, but aligns with most of them, and will benefit me personally. It's like, I will say this as well. There are plenty of like migrant workers that we have that I want to get rid of, and the Democrats won't let me get rid of them as fast.
Wouldn't that reduce the productivity of your plantation?
Well, here's the issue. My plantation, we're getting to the point where we're making too much money, so we have to cut off a bit of the labor force. We're paying too much.
It's too much money. You're like, oh god, okay, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like getting millions a year, producing all of this.
That's a good problem to have. Nice.
Hey, I will say this: we did try to have like white labor, but like all the white people we tried from like Eastern Europe and stuff weren't as good as the Mexicans.
Well, that's white people sunburn more easily. They're not as good at working out in the sun. Everyone knows that.
Well, that's why you need to get the Somali refugees.
I have this one policy. I don't force other Africans into labor. That's my only thing that I don't do. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
I have some bits of morals. I have some bits of morals. Okay.
Unless it's.
I'm not a bad guy. Okay.
Unless it's Whoopi Goldberg, there's a special exception for her. She can be forced.
Yeah, of course, because yeah. Totally. And like, you know what? I'll even take a few white people off your hands. You know.
Maybe Bernie Sanders and AOC. Is that cool? Can you take those? Put them on your.
Yeah, sure. You know what? We'll even work Joe Biden. Okay, we'll work Joe Biden.
Well, you know, considering Whoopi Goldberg's last name, you might need to build a special camp for her.
Oh God.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
No, we didn't mean like
a very luxurious camp because you know she's a very high value individual. Yes.
Yeah, of course. I'm so sorry, General.
So of course, I'm gonna skip through it, but basically the Washington Post, the Rolling Stone, they have bad takes. CNBC says Trump indictment updates. Trump denies committing crimes. Attacks foes in scattered Mar-a-Lago speech, which is just that's the most politically biased way of phrasing any of this. So instead of saying that like the DA basically has nothing on Trump, they go Trump denies committing crimes, which is technically the same sentence, but it has a different, implication.
Yeah, Trump pleads not guilty is a different sentence than Trump denies crimes. That's like guilty until proven innocent logic.
Yeah, exactly. And then it goes, and he attacks foes in scattered Mar-a-Lago speech. Okay, why is the speech scattered? I listened to the entire speech. I was thinking about going over it for this show, but I was like, nah, most people have probably seen it. It doesn't need more analysis. But I like the speech. I think it was a very, very good speech, very powerful. Probably one of his better speeches of all time. And what, they just call it scattered? Why is it scattered? Like, what is your justification for calling it scattered? Can I just say, CNBC posts retarded article? Like, can I say that? Like, can I just add any fucking negative adjective in front of the thing?
You forgot autistic.
Autistic and retarded, yeah. Oh, breaking news.
CNBC's article is very scattered and autistic.
Yes, breaking news. CNBC posts extremely scattered and autistic and also retarded article about Trump. Breaking news. I could do that. Let's see. Yeah, and then actually this CNN article, it doesn't have that bad of a headline. I was just looking at it earlier. Although it is actually, the wording is actually quite biased.
No shit.
Let's see. Trump was part of an unlawful plan to suppress negative information, including an illegal payment of $130,000 that was ordered by the defendant to suppress the negative information that would have hurt his campaign, prosecutors alleged. Honestly, if you want to actually, so this is the paragraph I'm talking about. If you wanted to do that in like in a neutral way, you would actually begin with prosecutors alleged that Trump was part of an unlawful thing. You wouldn't begin with Trump was part of an unlawful plan, prosecutors alleged, right? Like that's a way that these sites convey their bias without technically being biased, because once again, we exist in a space of fifth generational warfare where it's all about trying to manipulate the mind of the lowest common denominator American, because that's how you subvert.
A lot of them. Yes. A lot of them.
Yeah, a ton of them, most of them. Because that's how you subvert democracies and republics, right?
The culture as well, if you think about it.
Yes, the best way to actually attack a republic or a democratic republic or whatever system that has people vote in it, the best way to directly attack that is with fifth generational warfare, where you target the lowest common denominator individual and you just ride with that. It's actually a great attack vector. It's the most efficient way to attack the system.
If we were on a Rumble exclusive, I'd go over who I believe was behind that, but we won't talk about that here.
Well,
and I think General knows who I'd have accused. What people I'd accused.
I would say it's the Chinese, and I'm actually allowed to say that, whereas you're not allowed to say your thing, which I find to be very funny. YouTube rules. What are you gonna do?
Fuck YouTube, man. I can't.
But with that, I thought that we might take a break from the news and maybe we'll do like a little political compass test. This might be fun.
Oh, shit.
Spicy. Ooh. All right. So since this is the current day, blacks first, whites last. I'm doing it first. Shut up, General.
Oh,
Okay?
you're right. Yeah, you have more privilege than I do. You go first.
Yeah, I have black privilege now, right?
Okay.
So let's
Do you,
begin.
but also you being black, you can't read. Do you want me to read it to you?
I'm an educated black, so I can read
Okay,
even better
alright.
than you.
That's fair enough.
God damn it.
I am a highfalutin N-word, okay? All right. All right. So the first one, if economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. Oh my goodness. I know it's so surprised you strongly disagree.
Okay.
There you go.
I'd always support my country, whether it was right or wrong. I agree somewhat.
Light
Very
agree.
naturalistic. No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. I strongly disagree. You should be proud of the country you're in.
All right.
Our race has many superior qualities compared to other races. I agree.
Okay.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I agree.
Very Machiavellian of you.
Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. I gotta think about this. When we bombed Libya and a few other countries, it was bad, but we got some cool oil and stuff and like resources and stuff out of it.
That's
So
true.
I think you know how I feel about this.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I strongly agree. We nuked the hell out of it.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
That was a tough one. I'm sorry to agree. Fucking.
There's a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. I agree with that.
All right.
People are ultimately divided more by class than nationality. I strongly disagree. Fuck communists.
Ooh.
Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. I disagree slightly.
Okay.
Slightly disagree.
Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. I somewhat disagree.
All right.
Each according to his ability to each according to his need is fundamentally a good idea. I slightly disagree.
But that's communism, though.
Whoa. Not strongly? Are you sure?
Never mind. Strongly disagree. My bad.
Fuck
My bad. I
communism.
didn't realize how
No.
communist-
I don't want to influence you. I don't want to influence you, bro.
No. I thought about it, and like Breaker made me realize how communist it sounded. And you know how I feel about communists.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a quote from the Communist Manifesto, by the way. So yeah.
Yeah, I remembered that for a moment. I don't like read communist manifestos that much. So it nearly went over my head. But yeah, the freer the market, the freer the people. I strongly agree.
Based.
Yay for General Chief.
It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as water is now bottled, branded consumer product. I disagree.
Okay.
Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. I strongly disagree. I bought this land that I have.
Hell yeah.
That the whites conquested for me, okay? Anyway, it is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society. I disagree. I don't contribute anything to society yet, so
Fair enough.
Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. I agree.
All right.
The social responsibility of a company is to deliver to its shareholders. I disagree.
All right.
The rich are too highly taxed. I strongly disagree.
Of course you would, you rich ass motherfucker.
Yeah. Those with the ability to pay should have the access to higher standards.
Let me guess.
I
Let me just
agree.
fucking guess. Strongly agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I strongly agree.
Wow. Amazing how some of these benefit you directly.
Yeah, of course. Government should penalize businesses that mislead the public. I strongly disagree on that.
All right.
A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. I strongly disagree.
Wow. Okay.
Next page. Abortion when a woman's life is not threatened should always be illegal. Think about this, because I am pro-life, but when a woman's life is not threatened should always be illegal. Abortion when a woman's life is not threatened should always be illegal. I agree-ish. All authority should be questioned. I disagree.
Oh shit.
Should be good.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. I strongly agree.
Wow. Okay. Based.
Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters, museums that cannot thrive on commercial basis. I agree.
All right.
Schools should not make the classroom attendance compulsory. I agree.
Fair enough.
All people have their rights, but it's better for us all. Oh, I strongly agree. You know how I feel about this.
Yes, you would strongly agree with that.
Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. I strongly agree. I was spanked a lot as a child. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. I disagree. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. This is the only time that being freed and pill benefits me, so I agree.
Nice.
The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generations to find jobs. I agree. People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce. I strongly agree.
Oh shit.
Oh, you eugenicist.
Yeah. There are no savage or civil. There are no savage.
Sorry, the most important.
The most important thing for children to learn is. Agree. I strongly agree. There are no savage and uncivilized people. There are only different cultures. I somewhat disagree. There are some savage people out there, that are less civilized than others. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society support. I strongly agree. Fuck people who are not contributing to society. When you are troubled, it's better to not think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. I disagree. First generation immigrants can never fully be integrated within their new country.
This hits close to home, huh? This is
Yeah,
personal.
Shit.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've integrated very well. Could you not agree, General? You can give your own thoughts on this, man. How well have I integrated to this culture?
I want to. My first inclination was to call you a racial slur, but besides that, yeah, I think you're fine. I
can say it free, man. Don't worry, I don't care. But give your opinion, my Anglo friend.
No, I think he was assimilated fine.
Yeah, so I agree. I don't strongly agree because there are plenty of retarded immigrants out there. What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately good for all of us. I disagree. No broadcast institution, however, receive public funding. I strongly agree.
I would also agree. Yeah, I 100% on that one.
Yeah. Next page. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. I agree-ish. A significant advantage of the one-party state is it avoids all arguments that delays progress in a democratic political system. Disagree.
Okay.
There are still arguments in our system all the fucking time. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, all wrongdoers need not to be worried. I strongly agree, man. Strongly agree.
That only wrongdoers need to be worried? Okay, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's totally. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious of crimes. I agree. We should always have an example to set.
Agree or strongly agree?
Strongly agree. We should always have an example to set for people who ever want to commit crime. In a civilized society, one must always have people above and obeyed, and the people. I strongly agree. We need some level of order and cohesion.
The hierarchy, man. The lobsters.
Yeah.
The lobsters buckle.
Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. I agree.
I also agree with that.
In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. I agree. it is a waste of time to try and rehabilitate some criminals. Yes, I strongly agree with that. There are some criminals that should not be led into our society at all.
Such as psychopaths. They're not rehabilitatable.
Yeah. The business person and manufacturer are more important than the writer and artist. Yes, I strongly agree. Fuck artist.
Jesus, man.
Hitler was an artist, man. I mean, I may like him, but like still, you know? Anyway, mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. I strongly agree.
Based.
Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic of developing countries. I agree, but I'm kind of disconnected from that, Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. I disagree.
Okay.
Astrology accurately explains many things. Strongly disagree. Only white women.
Yeah, that's a white woman thing. As far as I know, you're not a white woman.
Yeah. You cannot be moral with them. I disagree somewhat, even though I'm religious. I've met plenty of people who are not following religion that are very moral, upstanding people. Charity is better than Social Security as a means of helping genuinely disadvantaged people. Disagree. I don't like charity or Social Security. Some people are naturally unlucky. I strongly agree. It is important. Wait, I meant strongly disagree. My bad.
Okay.
About that for a moment.
I was about to question. I'm like, you don't seem like the kind of person who believes in love.
Yeah, my bad. I was thinking about something else for a moment there, and I got blind spotted. Anyway, it is important that my child's schools instills religious values. Strongly agree. I'm based in Catholic field.
Final page.
Sex outside of marriage is usually immoral. Yes, I strongly agree. Same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. I don't want gays adopting kids, so no. Strongly disagree. We should not have.
Strongly. Okay.
Yeah. Pornography depicting consenting adults should be illegal for adult population. I agree somewhat, even though I'm against pornography. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state. I disagree.
Oh shit!
If there's pedophiles doing things in the bedroom,
But they're consenting adults, so it's not.
Sure, but think about what degenerate acts like gay sex, for example, that could be going on in the bedroom and we aren't aware of it, and those people are around our kids, and pedophiles are likely to be gay, for example. Should we not know who we're gays?
What if I'm doing anal sex with my wife? That's sodomy, right? Should the government...
that's well, it depends. Is this a theocratic government?
I don't know. Whatever your ideal government is.
This is your ideal government.
Well, my ideal government would have some theocratic aspects to it. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. This is your quiz.
Yeah. No one can actually feel homosexual. I strongly agree.
Wow. Okay.
These days, if openness about sex have gone too far, I strongly agree.
Of course you would. All right. Well, we did the quiz. Let's see where you stand.
Oh shit.
I called it! I knew that you would be in the blue square. I knew that you'd be in the motherfucking blue square.
You didn't get to full mustache man level. You basically just got to Hillary Clinton level, which is kind of disappointing.
Oh man, I didn't go extreme enough. Hey, I'll be there soon. Don't worry.
Let's see.
You basically just hit the Clintons from 1990s.
Hey man, I was nearly there. Okay, I tried my hardest. Put in that work.
We know General Chief is going to be damn near to the bottom right corner. So.
Yeah, it's not. It's well, I mean, maybe we'll do my test on another stream. I don't want to repeat the entire quiz again. It'll be boring for content purposes.
Next time.
But maybe next stream we do, or next show we do, I'll take the quiz. But I am bottom right, very much bottom right.
Man, I didn't reach funny mustache man level. Yeah, I think I've been too neutered, man.
You were too lenient towards the gays, man. Come on, what the hell?
Yeah, man. I need to be more hard on the gays,
You weren't theocratic enough.
I wasn't theocratic enough, man. Oh man.
Well, So this is interesting. I would like to repeat this with at some point. We'll do it in the future. I would like to repeat this with Breaker and also myself and see where it is that we stand. But we know that based black man is actually kind of an authoritarian prick. But what are you gonna do?
Hey, but I'm an authoritarian prick that you could like to hang around with, and who isn't gay. Okay, I'm an actual authoritarian prick.
Well, that's because at the one good thing that you have is that you're actually on the right instead of the left. If you're on the left part of the line, I would say get the fuck out.
Yeah, but I'm authoritarian right. You know, I'm still a little bit hateable. You know, but I'm better than the lefties.
No,
you know?
we can still vibe. We can still vibe. That's important.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Mine's gonna be like the most boring because it's just gonna be like in the dead middle and barely to the right.
That disinterest, man.
So we'll keep going through some news and some memes then. Here's the thing. The Cash App founder, Bob Lee, was stabbed and killed in San Francisco. He was like this.
Damn.
He was a huge funder for the Democratic Party. He was a multimillionaire. He funded Cash App, and he was stabbed and killed at 2 a.m. Was it an assassination or was it a homeless person? It's San Francisco. You can't tell.
Wait. What was the race of the perpetrator?
I don't know if it's known yet.
Because depending on it, you know what I'll say. You know what I'll say.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. There's plenty of white crackheads in Los Angeles, so it could have been either or.
Yeah, I know. You know, I may be on the right, but I still have a soft spot. You know, I still have a little bit of soft spot. Okay.
Yeah. We don't. We're not sure why he was stabbed and killed, but he was stabbed and killed. It being San Francisco, like if it was any other city, I would say, oh, this was an assassination. But because it's San Francisco specifically, I think he was probably a homeless crack addict. That's going to be.
Are we sure he was even stabbed, or did he just slip and fall on a pile of crap with 8 needles in it? Got stabbed to the heart that way.
That is also a possibility. You can't rule that out.
A very high possibility in as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now we're just going to take a brief moment and get into like just a slightly more big brain space. Here is something that was published by Luis R. Martinez. No idea what that dude's ethnicity could possibly be, but
Martinez.
What do you think his ethnicity is, man? He's one of my workers, okay?
No, he's probably like Swedish. I don't know. I can't tell.
You see, he's one of the ones that gets to stay in the luxury camp reserved for him and Whoopi Goldberg.
Nice.
Of course.
No, but actually, but actually, this is actually kind of based what he did. So the title, I couldn't pull up the full article. I could only get the abstract, but let's see. This was published in October 2022, so maybe like six-ish months ago. And he goes, how much should we trust the dictator's GDP growth estimates? The abstract is, I study the overstatement of economic growth in autocracies by comparing self-reported GDP figures to nighttime light recorded by satellites from outer space. And I read that. I was like, that's interesting because actually that is a thing that you can do. The amount of light that a state produces does have a correlation, like during the nighttime, does have a correlation with their GDP. Not always, but it is a correlative factor. Like if you look at North Korea and you compare it to South Korea, North Korea is completely dark during the nighttime, and you can look at that via satellites, and South Korea is very brightly lit. So they go... I showed that the nighttime light elasticity of GDP is larger in authoritarian regimes, even accounting for differences in multiple country characteristics. This autocracy gradient in the elasticity is greater when the incentive to exaggerate economic growth is stronger or when the constraints on exaggeration are weaker. The results suggest that autocracies overstate yearly GDP growth by approximately 35%. Adjusting the data for manipulation leads to a more nuanced view on the recent economic success of autocracies. And in fact, based off of this study, let's see, China's economy is 60% smaller than we thought, At least that is the implication if we are to believe the research presented in this research paper by Professor Luis Martinez from the University of Chicago. So it's the same paper, but basically, China's economy might actually be 60% smaller than we realize. Now, this isn't for certain, of course. This is just this is a hypothesis, essentially. But it actually, China might be even more of a paper tiger than we realized. What if it's 60% smaller than we thought? Holy crap.
Yeah. I don't really I have my own reservations about China, but I'm not gonna get into that on this stream. I'm
Well,
gonna say my
no,
opinion.
but we can discuss the economic ramifications of the fact that actually, China is trying to prop itself up as being this huge economic monolith
Yeah.
in the world, trying to overtake the United States, when actually maybe its economy is more the size of Japan, right? Because if it was 60% smaller, it would be more around the size of Japan.
Yeah. But it's basically like a monster inflating itself to look bigger.
Yeah, it's like when you spook a cat and its hair rises up. It's like, no, I'm big, but it's not big. It's not actually that big.
Right. It's hilarious. I love China, man. They're funny people.
They are funny people, especially their leadership, because their president looks like Winnie the Pooh.
I'm just imagining Professor Martinez is just going around door to door with his gardener's uniform on and just looking at the windows to see if the light's on or not.
I mean, if he's one of the Mexicans, he could surely come down here. We got a nice spot for him,
So
love Mexicans.
I checked in the window, senor. There was no light on.
Listen. I have a nice net for him, and I have a nice catcher. We have a nice net catcher for him. Okay.
Oh shit.
Listen, we're just doing what the whites did. Okay, we're just doing it better. All right. You guys are letting us do it. So shut up.
Well, there you go. I can't argue with that, because if I argued with that, it'd be racist.
Related to both Nets and Xi Jinping, I would not elect him to be dog catcher of my nation.
I would elect him to be my Mexican catcher for my small nation. You don't know how fast Chinese people are. They're very fast.
Yeah.
Well, you know what Xi Jinping's father, Dao Jinping, said? It doesn't matter if a cat is black or white as long as it catches mice. So.
Okay, well, now we're gonna head into more of the that was more of the news section. We're gonna head into more of the meme section now, and I just cracked myself open a beer, and I got a beer. We're gonna do some memes. It'll be great. So, one thing that I wanted to bring up was the Kowloon Walled City.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's a plot of land that had it basically. It used to be like a fort, like an army fort, and because of the intersection of both the British and the Chinese trying to rule Hong Kong, no one had jurisdiction over this. So it's this rectangle of land, that no one had jurisdiction over, and so it was complete anarchy. Anyone could build there, anyone could do whatever the hell they wanted in this very limited space. I'm sure that a lot of people are already familiar with it, but for anyone that isn't, I think it's cool. It was a topic on poll.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Are there any government powers that are there, and would I have to worry about them if I were to perhaps go there and make Ancapistan, if you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is that it was actually knocked down in 1987.
Oh man, it's not. Oh man.
Yeah, the big Chinese government strolled in and they decided we don't like that, and they knocked it down. Those authoritarian fucking communist assholes. But yeah.
Hey! Don't loop us all authoritarians together, man. I would have totally taken over it and made it a great ethno state somewhere. I would have taken all the black people there, and I would have ruled them.
But you would not have knocked it down. You would have preserved it.
I would have preserved it and made it better, yes.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's better than just bulldozing it, because this was a beautiful object.
Yeah, because we Yeah, because commies inherently destroy everything around them. I don't want to destroy everything. I want to build culture.
That is the thing about commies; they do tend to destroy. Yeah,
Yeah,
but they.
I mean, we don't destroy as much. We just destroy certain groups of people that we happen to hate.
Man, what is it with like everyone that's like, no, I definitely just want to build a better civilization. They always end up destroying civilization. What is it? Like the commies, the socialists? They're like, no, I want to build something better. They
I'm
always
not really a
destroy.
socialist either, though. Like a lot of my economies would run with bog standard capitalism or borderline and cap.
Oh yeah, no,
Caps.
I wasn't talking about your particular esoteric and bizarre perspectives on politics. I was talking about the communists. But yeah, so this is what it was.
Are you trying to call me an esoteric fascist, bro?
Yes.
I
So,
that.
but
Why is that?
I have some images here that I collected from the 4chans.
Yeah.
And look at how fucking cool the city is. Like, it's so compact, but they built so much into it. Like, it's actually quite impressive, like how much they did. So many people lived here. Let's see. Can I? They had 50,000 people. 50,000 people living in this much area. 50,000. That's insane. This is just like the structure of like your average like building in this like complex. So like you can see that like you know it's all like divided up into like little squares and everyone's like doing their thing. And the area's interconnected high-rise towers were so like all the towers are also interconnected with each other. Like they were built without architects and engineers, and ungoverned by Hong Kong's building and sanitation regulations. So like buildings would just like kind of grow and then like just like link up with one another, and like two buildings would like grow up together, and then someone would just like knock down a wall, and now it's like one building because now there's a passageway between the two. Like just complete architectural anarchy, but it made for just like such a absolutely unique and beautiful and just emergent artistic autistic like system of building a city.
I don't like either of those things. You're kind of making me want to knock this wall down as well.
There were several schools and kindergartens. Some of them run by organizations such as the Salvation Army. They had machine shops. There were many heroin dealers, but they were untouchable. Police could. Yeah, as long as you were within. As long as you were within the boundaries of the city, you could just deal heroin and the police couldn't do anything because it was complete anarchy, and yet they built a functional little tiny ecosystem of a civilization. It was beautiful.
Wait, was it a cult? Was it a homogenous society, though? That's what I care about. Was it a homogenous society?
Yeah, it was all Chinese people.
And I'm fine with it. I love homogenous societies.
Nice.
Well, they did have Salvation Army run things, so there was NGOs involved with this, so not 100%.
Man, they diluted the homogeneity of the society.
But they were barely there. Like it wasn't really.
Yes.
And here are just some more images of the city. I'm not sure this is actually real. I feel like this might be like some AI art, but that's a genuine image of the city. That's an image of the city. God, I think that one's beautiful. Like, look at how fucking dense and compact, but it's all one anarcho-utopia just right there in that city.
It's strange how similar it is to a honeycomb.
Yeah, here's this dude. Look at all these wires just fucking strewn everywhere. There's no regulation whatsoever, but it still works. Everyone still has electricity. It looks like shit, but it still works. Okay, it's not a big deal.
Kazakhstan, bro.
Here's a dude, he's just like sunbathing on like a recliner chair on a roof of a building. There's wires literally going everywhere, but you know what? It just works. It may not look pretty, but god damn it, it works.
And I would go there and I would kick all the people out and colonize the place and place people in that were of my own cultural background and ethnic background and
if you take a piece of infrastructure or a piece of land and you just completely replace all the people with completely different people, you won't have the same
yeah, I wouldn't rid all of them. I'd have a small minority population that we would oppress but keep around to keep things at least slightly functional.
I fucking hate you. Here's the here's like
So not a lot of 2-story, let alone 30-story, massively complex, interconnected network buildings in Africa. Just so you know. So
yeah, that is a good point.
Hey, I could use my around like $41 million or so, and I could make a few things down there. It's very cheap currency down there. You can build anything in Africa, man.
My God, how many mansions can you buy in Africa for 41 USD million?
A lot. I'll say that a lot. We already owned one for a while before we left. We left South Africa.
Here we have Here we have just an alleyway in this city. Now it looks dirty, but if you've ever been to New York City, it's actually not that different.
Pretty much.
I agree with you. I've seen videos, man.
We have just another alleyway through the city. And of course, actually, the alleyways were multi-leveled because of just all of the like interconnected, just like maze-like structure of the city. That it's a maze, but it's like 3-dimensional. So they have like bottom ground alleys and like first and second and third and fifth floor like alleys just snake through the city in random ways, like almost like an ant colony. And it has beauty in its complexity. Like I find this to be absolutely brilliant. I wish that we could build cities like this. I mean, maybe with a little bit better, like sanitation. Maybe we could like get some
Western architecture. What do you mean, Western architecture?
No. I'm even okay with the Asian architecture. Like I'm totally chill with all of this. Maybe just like get like one garbage man to maybe pick up trash occasionally.
Yeah, we could hire one. I could hire one. Oh, let's go fly Capistan. I would fund all the stuff you need, man.
Here's like a higher level area of it. Like people have like almost like botanical gardens and stuff, just like on their patios, living in this like anarchy city. Here's another view from the outside. Here's an aerial view. I think that in the middle there, where like the buildings are shorter, I think that might have been like the pseudo anarcho government that like has like the shorter buildings. I'm not really sure what that is. Here's just like a dude and he's just sleeping in an alleyway in the city. And like, dude, the alleyways are so tight, like you could barely have like 2 people walk side by side in them. But like it's
the one with the shorter buildings, that's obviously where the queen goes. So
I mean, yeah, potentially. But
this reminds me of like Blade Runner. It reminds me of Blade Runner a bit with the scenery.
Yeah. And look, here's a dude.
Well, that's why Blade Runner future is represented with like Chinese everything. So yeah.
Here's a dude, and he has a shop, and he just has cats. He just has cats in his little shop, and he's selling like sodas or beers or like some condiments, or I don't know what he's selling. He has like some sort of like super cramped shop where he's just selling stuff, earning an honest living, and he has 4 shop cats. Okay, I would love, like, if I was ever this dude's age, I would love to own a shop, like just a small shop, and I sell shit to people, and it doesn't take that much effort. I just sell shit to people, and I have 4 shop cats. I want to have shop cats. Okay, that is not just the walled city Chinese dream. That can also be the American dream. Shop cats. I want that.
I see. It sounds borderline like the fucking lefties that wants to live in pods. Okay, I don't want to live in some shitty pods. Okay?
No,
This just sounds like pods.
Except
General Chief, you do realize
this is based because it's anarcho-capitalist.
You do realize
Okay,
this
but
is
like
literally living in the pod and eating the boobs.
Yeah, but it has no socialism. You must take care of yourself within this very compact space. So like, yes, it's a pod, but it's like a based pod. It's not the soy boy cricket pod.
This is why you make me become more authoritarian and status-ish.
Okay.
You say shit like this. You're making me go more towards the mustache man on the political comp.
Okay,
man.
Okay, so we went through the Walled City. I'm a big fan of it. Maybe Walter isn't as big of a fan of it. That's fine. But I do want to go through this. This is a 50-second video. So we can listen through this.
Yeah, what's it about?
It's about autism. And
oh God,
I like to
God.
I like to imagine that this is very similar to how Breaker actually acted in his experience in public schooling.
oh no.
I think this is basically Breaker, but this is like some pretty peak autism, and we can give it a listen. If it'll play, I might have to. Here, let me
That's
refresh
the
it.
question.
Oh God, is it not playing?
I'm saying this though,
Oh,
this is
no.
trying to fix
Hold
itself.
on.
Vaccine.
I wasn't able to find it. I'm sorry. Basically, I will describe it because now I can't find it. I wish I could have shown
Damn
it. It's this kid. He's like 15 years old. He clearly has autism, and he goes. He probably listened to too much Andrew Tate, and so like the teacher invites him up to do a presentation, and the kid goes, "Well, I'm the alpha, so I don't have to do the presentation." And the teacher goes, "Well, I'm the teacher, so I'm telling you that you do have to." And he goes, "Well, I'm the alpha, so I'm in charge of the situation, and I don't have to do what you tell me to." And the teacher goes, "Well, no, you don't have to do what you tell me to, but like there will be consequences if you don't do what I tell you to." And he goes, "I am the alpha. There are no consequences for the alpha." And it just continues like that. It's incredibly cringy, but it went down.
It just sounds like a troll.
No.
Autistic.
It was definitely a high school kid with autism. You can tell.
Well, it is autistic, but just how much of the spectrum of autism and sincerity and ironic trolling was going on there?
I think I just found it on YouTube.
Maybe. Let me check.
I found it.
Okay.
Due to the ingenuity of our black friend, he was able to find it. You see?
Actually, it turns out that actually black people can be useful, and
exactly.
Yeah. This
turns
is
out white people can sometimes be dumb. Okay, guys.
This is exactly what I was referencing. So we'll just we'll watch it here. Let's see. Can I make it full screen? No, I can't. YouTube Shorts are actually they suck. But here it is.
Here we go.
Hands these days.
I've had enough of this. This punishment stuff is going to stop.
You're not going to tell me what I'm going to do and not do?
I am now the alpha.
That's not how this works. I am the teacher.
The alpha takes priority over the teacher. The alpha takes priority over everything. Do you not know how that works?
The teacher is telling the alpha to sit in this seat right now.
And the alpha doesn't have to listen to orders from its lower.
Well, you don't have to listen, but the consequences that follow are going to still apply to the alpha.
The alpha doesn't take punishment.
Let's see how well that works out for you, okay?
Getting out of hands these days.
I've had
So that's the thank you for finding that, Walter. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to show. Jesus Christ, is that
what happened?
That's the that is the most autistic kid ever. And Breaker, do you agree with me? That is purified autism, is that not?
I will have to say, it's like I have had those autismo moments when I was that age.
Please tell me that you're joking. What the fuck?
Not entirely. It was like mine was more bombastic in mode. This is more calm and collected, but yeah. Like I was more likely to be like normies on my board.
And you notice he happens to be white, guys. I think this is a big W for the white race, don't you think?
Well, I'm not white. I'm an Irish potato goblin.
You're white. You're white. You're white. You're a British. You're a British subject. Okay, you're white. Shut up.
What I would say is that and we won't discuss this further, but this is one of the people that we would send to your nation, Walter.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, you need him to fix that hive city.
Yeah.
Of course.
The Alpha doesn't have to fix the hive city. It's just like, well, what if I give you free animu? It's like, okay.
I am the Alpha. I am above the teacher. Okay, well, what if I just punch you in the face? Well, that would not comply with what the Alpha wants. Okay, I'm gonna punch you in the face anyway. Fuck yourself.
The nation and let us deal with him. Send him to my nation. We could deal with him very well.
Absolutely, yeah. Your nation, and we can actually have an exchange program.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need those black parents to beat the shit out of him and spank him enough to where he doesn't get this bad.
Of course, and by the time I had it, black parents would even be worse than they are now, and they would be totally more strict, even more boss.
Bro, honestly, Walter, the only thing I'm gonna keep making this joke, by the way. The only thing that I'm looking forward to is you building Wakanda and you opening your energy barriers with bongo drums. That's the one I'm really looking forward to.
Shut up. We aren't using bongo drums. We're using buttons, okay?
No. You use bongo drums. Disney told me.
Jungle beat drums. It must happen.
Literally, my entire mentality is borderline colonization, but just intro colonization. So no, we wouldn't be using bongo drums.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a meme about Occupy Wall Street. So in 2011, the bankers went, oh shit, oh fuck. And then the people in the green and the red, and also the purple or yellow branch of the political compass test that we just took, they go, we're done with you stealing from us, capitalist pig. We are the 99%. And the banker on the left, he looks very nervous. So this is scary. And then 2012 happens. The end of Occupy Wall Street happens, and then the number of New York Times articles that mention racism skyrockets. Wow. And then look at this. The banker puts on a green soy boy mask, and he goes, racism is the only problem we face. Don't care about anything else. Focus on racism. And then all of the people that used to be really cool and edgy, they went, yas, queen, slay. And that is actually...
Wait, can you scroll up real quick for me? I think that bankers' notes should be more longer, if we're being accurate. That
okay, that's extremely offensive, and we don't condone any of that.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's a very inaccurate representation of the banker that would be doing that.
He does have kind of more like a pig nose, where maybe it should be more like a snout.
Maybe it should be more like an isosceles triangle.
Maybe.
Or maybe more of Pinocchio-ish, if it's more accurate,
Oh, because he keeps telling lies. It's like Pinocchio. It just keeps getting longer and longer.
You see,
because those damn bankers, they keep lying and their nose keeps getting longer. Yeah.
Yes, that's the problem.
Longer by every generation. We don't talk about them.
Exactly. Yeah. But then they say.
They say.
But the banker didn't mean to have a long nose anymore. They just said racism is the only problem we face, and then all the lefties said yes, queen, and actually it turns out that actually the bankers were eventually able to take over the entire Occupy Wall Street movement back in 2012. I know that this is before your time, Walter, but this was not before my time, and this has been happening for a fucking while.
Yeah, and we never asked the actual question, and I won't say what that question is, but we never ask it.
Well, we don't ask or ax questions here on the Promethean Tides. We accept answers. That's all.
Yeah, of course,
We're very tolerant and diverse here.
So here we have the guy on the left, and he's super sad. He's looking at this cliff wall, and he's going, China forcefully harvests organs from detainees, tribunal concludes. Look how sad he looks. But the guy that he's looking out to the nicer scenery, he goes, oh, Canada leads world in organ donations from euthanasia. Canada performing more organ transplants from MAID donors than any country in the world. Canada soon to allow euthanasia for the mentally ill. Canada urged to expand assisted suicide to mature minors. It's so happy. Honk, honk.
You know, I think from my own perspective, this is actually good. I believe that the strong must be among our society and that the strong must dominate the weak. And if the weak are among our society, we should assist them in their own goals I just believe that we should assist the weak in their own goals.
That's an incredibly progressive take. The strong should help the weak in their own goals.
Exactly.
And those goals have to be their own.
It doesn't matter what those goals are. Don't think about the goals. Just the principle is that the strong should help the weak in their own goals.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's just that I would help the weak do. I would help the weak do certain things that benefit me, and would be to their detriment.
No. It's a mutualistic relationship. It benefits you both, right? Of course.
Yeah. You got to adjust your thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like ignore the welfare states, ignore the single mothers, ignore all of that.
Yeah.
Ignore all those issues. We just keep helping.
More
state power, guys.
Happy
More
face.
state
Happy face thumbs up, honk honk. Happy face thumbs up. Yay.
Yay.
Okay, so this one goes. This is specific to I guess to 4chan humor, specifically to Poll. They go, come on, say the line, Leaf, and he goes, sigh. LMAO, you pathetic racists never fail to make me laugh with your Poll humor threads. Face it, most POC will be infinitely more successful than any of you sad virgins will ever be. You're on the wrong side of history. Get over it, losers.
I mean, they were right about something. I am considered a POC, and I am very successful compared to most of you whites.
Exactly.
But most of your group isn't. Moving on.
Yeah, but you
look at this.
That's what I'm gonna say.
You have stumbled upon a Slaneshi demon. How do you handle this?
Oh shit.
Oh no.
You get your AR-15 from your trunk and you practice the second.
Nope. You hug them because we love Slaneshi demons here on the channel. We are a big fan.
As a Catholic, I don't hug demons.
No, but YouTube says that you have to, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, totally. We Catholics love like demons.
Is God your God, or is YouTube your God? YouTube is your God. You will hug the Slaneshi demon.
Fine.
You gotta fucking spell it out for these minorities.
Exactly. Sometimes they're a bit slow. They don't understand this diversity.
I have more balls than you majority fuckers, okay? But you guys are, I will say this, you guys are becoming a minority, so like you guys will be like me pretty soon. Shut up.
Well, we could compromise and like send in Jordan Peterson's Mighty Lobsters to hug this creature, and that would probably solve both of the issues.
Oh yeah, yeah. No matter who wins, one of them will receive more testosterone and establish the hierarchy. So actually, that's good. Yeah.
There you go.
We've gotten to the point where we allow the university to run through our societies, but we won't talk about.
There you go.
So here we have I guess Neo is waking up and he goes, IDK, but transhumanist hyperfascism might not be the ideal mode of production. And then the AI goes, yet you're preserved in a pod filled with synthetic goo made under transhumanist hyperfascism. How ironic. Oh, this one cuts deep. Breaker doesn't like. Do you understand? This cuts deep.
Yeah, it's what I was before the show started. This is what I was telling you about AI, and like, this won't be like an involuntary dystopian. We fought a great war with the machines. No, people just voluntarily do this.
Or what if we actually already live within the transhumanist hyperfascism?
And we wouldn't even know because whoever volunteered to this to begin with has now left us with this matrix future of the pod.
Me personally, personally, I want to be one of the robots, one of the scientists keeping the lesser beings in the pods. Me personally.
Unfortunately, you are
For the better.
human, and you will never become a robot because, like, you can't look. Transhumanism.
I mean, I've been called soulless a lot of times.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
You never know.
I understand that, but look, the thing is that just as the way that you were born a male, and you will never become an actual female. You were born a human. You will never become an actual robot. Okay, like
hey,
you
can nowadays there's
bro, you can try to be trans robot, okay, and you can make your genders bot self, but you're never actually going to be a robot. Okay, you will always be the person stuck in the pod. Okay.
This reminds
but hey, guys,
hey,
guys, you have to remember, you're being robot phobic. Why are you being robot phobic, dude?
Shit, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry to YouTube. I apologize.
Well, YouTube is like the ultimate robot, and it is like very offended by this. But I will mention one thing that reminds me.
Very... being a bigot, man. Why are you such a bigot, bro? Why are you such a bigot?
Well, this does remind me of another famous 4chan meme that we can't show on the screen. And when I describe it, you will understand why. It's like an African-American Pepe looking sad and dejected and glancing down at the ground. And the only caption reads, "You will always be an N-word."
I know that meme. I know that meme.
And I'm a proud N-word. I'd be holding my head up high, man. I don't know what you're saying.
That means you never get to be a robot.
Yeah. None of us get to be robots, actually.
Robots are gay anyway. All the robots are gay anyway.
Actually, you know what? That is the thing that actually that encompasses all of humanity, even the Aboriginals. None of us will ever be robots.
Oh, but they're saying we can be women now, so why not robots? If you can do like impossibilities like that and just say, hey, I can be this thing, why can't I not identify as robot? If someone like crazy enough can identify as a woman when they're not a woman.
You can identify as a robot. That doesn't make you a robot.
Exactly. Like, that's the argument I'm trying to make because I'm anti-trans.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, no. Now that's offensive, and now I hate that. I hate that argument.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I apologize for my bigotry, and I did not mean to say.
Get out of here, bigot.
You cut a struggle session with this. Like, well,
I'm a bigot.
The Aboriginals are going to have a slightly larger problem because first they would have to become human.
Okay, all right. I can make that joke about Germans, but okay. I also won't bleep that out. This is
read 2065.
We only have 1 month to save the world. Oh my god, it keeps getting more dire. In 2077, we will only have 1 week to save the world. In 2078, we will only have 1 day to save the world. It keeps getting more dire. How dare you?
Yeah, that's a very mature potato.
Isn't he Swedish?
Did you just see?
That's a she.
That's a he. That's a man.
Okay, I will.
That is a trans.
I will say this though. That is actually that's a surprisingly convincing age up of Greta Thunberg. Like, I feel like that's what she would actually look like when she's like 85.
Probably, yeah. I could believe that. Very realistic. Well, you know, the AI are getting better every day, so.
This is a meme, and it just says, post this cat when they least expect it. That's it. That's the whole meme. You post it when they least expect it.
No one was expecting a cat to follow that, so I think you've succeeded.
This is actually the most... Go ahead.
I think your Asian wife would like cats, man. I think that she would rather eat them.
Actually, Asian people... I think if you check your racism dictionary, they eat dogs, not cats.
Cats and dogs. They eat anything, cats included. They cook cats all the time.
I guess they also eat bats. So yeah, it's anything.
The pangolins
aren't like off limits for them, man. They're monsters.
No, but okay, like I'm gonna do like a very short deep dive about this meme. This is actually the most subversive meme It's a cat. And the meme is that you post this cat when they least suspect it. Who is suspecting it? I don't know. When are they least suspecting it? I don't know. But someone posted this, and I was not expecting it, and boom, there it was. It's just a cat. This is perhaps
the most Anglo thing I've ever heard.
It might be extremely Anglo, but this might be the most subversive meme I've ever seen on the internet. And
this is the most pataphysical meme I've ever seen.
Yes, exactly. Post this when they least suspect it.
This is truly Anglo made manifest. That's all I'm going to
say. Okay, so here we have the Wikipedia article of the enlargement of NATO. I have no idea what this has to do with anything. Clearly, this is just like a fun fact. Definitely doesn't have to do with anything that's happening in the political modern day age. But what if we just look at this map? And then, okay, 1949.
NATO.
Uh-oh.
So NATO is 1952. Okay, so they take Turkey. Nice. Okay, they're trying to take Germany. That's actually West Germany. Okay, they're taking Spain. Nice. 1990. Okay, they've taken all of Germany. Nice. 1999. Okay, they're moving in. They're taking more things. Nice. 2004. Okay, they're starting to secure some territory. Nice. Nice. Oh, okay, yeah, they're taking some real territory. Nice. 2017. Ooh, man, a lot of territory. 2020. Ooh, man, they've taken so much territory. Wow. 2023, they're about to take Finland. Look at how much they've expanded. And
Finland.
Compare that to where we were in 1949. So, what is it with NATO? What is it with airplane food? What is it with NATO just having to continuously expand? It's a weird thing. It's almost as though we are the empire.
Strange how that works.
No, Breaker, we're the good guys. We can't be the empire. We're the good guys.
I think that being the empire is base, though, so I don't care.
Good point.
Right, we should crush rebels. Rebels are subverting the culture of our galaxy, and we must crush them.
Here we have
security and order of everything.
Here we have an image of a Ukrainian soldier, and the green text is, when Germany only sends 7 gazillion euros instead of the politely requested $8 billion, and so directly dooms slave Ukraini to destruction by heckin' Russian Russism. So that's sad and tragic. You definitely wouldn't want to befall that fate.
Huh. Yeah, this is very unfortunate.
Here we have I guess this was a tweet. Helpless Ukrainian people. Look at all these people fleeing in the top image. Like all these Ukrainians, they're fleeing because I guess bombs are being dropped. And here we can actually see how it is that this image was created. They have some people. They're kind of lined up. And they got a camera. They're set up. They even got like one of those little snapboard things. And they go action. And then all the people, they start running. And actually, it's the exact shot, but it was all staged. The entire fucking thing was staged in order to garner more international support. Oh my God! Wow! What a nice theatrical performance. It's almost as though we are thoroughly within the depths of 5th generational warfare at this point. How very interesting. Ha ha ha. Clown World, Hong Kong.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, guess we're boned.
Yeah. So, some conservative Portland practical joker dressed up in Portland chic, black helmet, black face mask with red anarchist logo, black jacket, and black skinny jeans with black boots, brought a backpack full of Keep America Great bumper stickers and waited for rioters to arrive on the outskirts of the hot zones. Stuck Trump stickers over the rioters' Bernie and Antifa stickers on their cars, and left the rest up to Charles Darwin. Rioters returned to cars smashed with bats and clubs, tires flat, and the stickers whacked with the same clubs.
Yep, that sounds like it would actually work. Not that we're endorsing this.
But I do want to do that.
I don't think you actually do on the public space.
What?
We do not endorse terrorism on
You mean-
the public space.
You mean slap stickers onto things? I have no qualms with slapping
Well,
stickers onto
that
things.
would be vandalism and graffitiing. So
I mean,
I'm flabbergasted by all this. I've been silent for a while. Just pure flabbergasty.
Welcome to Clown World.
Or as JF would say, I've been fiberglassed.
My mouth has just been wide open for a while.
Okay, we have
no.
we have just 4 more memes to go through, and then we're gonna wrap it up. But just 4 more. Here we go. From C.S. Lewis. Of all tyrannies, a tyranny exercised for the good of its victims may be the most oppressive. It may be better to live under robber barons than under omnipotent moral busybodies. The robber baron's cruelty may sometimes sleep, but his cupidity may at some point be satiated. But those who torment us for our own goodwill torment us without end, for they do so without the approval of their own conscience.
This is why I hate social Democrats who want a softer form of capitalism, as they say, and want these socialist policies. They don't realize, like, here's the thing. I hate people who don't admit that our system exploits the third world, and I'm fine with exploiting the third world, but at least be honest about it, you know? Like, I'm gonna be honest to people that I'm robbing.
Well, but what about this? I am I'm a white college educated lefty, and I'm from the government, and I'm here to help the black people. I'm here to help. I'm here to help you.
Robbing them behind them, give them a few breadcrumbs while ruining their lives.
Yep.
You can ruin their lives without them even knowing it. You know?
Yeah, it's called welfare.
Yeah, of course.
There you go.
1967. At least we're dying for a better future. 2017. Nebraska State Senator sues God. Nice.
I don't claim him.
What, you don't claim that dude? He looks like almost like a Morgan Freeman type. I feel like you should claim him.
I don't know how far he's planning to get with that lawsuit.
You know, the thing is that I think that he's going to get bogged down in court with the epistemological, and he won't ever be able to make it into the metaphysical.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, if we look back onto who is God's chosen people, like heaven is basically filled with lawyers.
So 2017, it was in 2017, so thankfully he's probably dead by now. So, you know.
Like God has all of the lawyers.
So here's a woman, and she's not wearing a shirt, but this is YouTube appropriate because she has a sign over her tits, and it goes, "My value isn't based on my sexual history. She is a strong No, don't you say that. She is a strong, independent woman, and and then someone replies, someone replies, if a pair of shoes has 50 previous owners, its value is going to go down. This is basic economics.
I agree.
Well,
and I believe that
yeah.
you claim her as a part of your race.
No, that's probably one of the fakers. And you know what I mean by one of the fakers.
Yeah, she's using redhead, so I'm revoking her potato pass.
There you go. And here we have our final meme. Our final meme of the evening.
Ooh, let's see.
So there's a portal from 2017, and people go, "What's that?" And then the guy goes, "We're from the future." And the guy goes, "Whoa!" And the girl goes, "No way, this is so cool." And then the person wearing the trans flag shirt goes, "Huh?"
Because there's no future for them.
Oh no, that's so sad. I wonder what could have possibly happened. Oh no. Aww.
Oh man.
Aw. Well,
I don't know if this is as sad or sadder than that lone ant that got abandoned in that one meme we watched a while ago.
oh yeah, so sad.
Oh no.
I think this is more sad than the ant because at least the ant was like honoring its function of its species. I don't know what the fuck this thing is doing.
It's not doing anything. It's actually from a genotypic perspective, or actually no, from a phenotypic perspective, it's literally just going around in circles, doing absolutely nothing productive, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But anyway, with that, hey, I apologize to everyone if maybe I slurred a couple of words there. I'm like a few beers in at this point. We had a slow start to the evening, so my apologies of that. But with that, any final remarks, Walter?
Don't worry about it, man. I had like a bunch of moonshine I made earlier, and my migrant workers are really mad at me because I threw moonshine on them and said to work, you fuck. I didn't want to say that.
Oh,
I didn't want to say. I didn't want to call him a wetback or beaner. That's just racist. Bro.
Oh, thank you for just at the very end of the show making me put a whole bunch of fucking bleeps in. That's really nice. I appreciate you doing that.
Let's do it now.
Yeah, 100%. Just extra fucking editing effort that has to be done. Thank you so much. And Breaker, any final comments from you?
Diversity is our strength. Support trans rights, and N-words go home.
Nice.
Shalom.
Okay. Well, if you if you like what we're doing on the channel, remember to leave a like and a subscribe and a bell and a share, and maybe your great aunt Mabel on Facebook might enjoy this. Share it to her. Do all the things. If you like what we're doing, do all the things, because that's how we exist.
Oy vey.
And also we have a token black guy, so obviously we're like super diverse. You should give us more EGI DIE scores. We're all about that. So with that, peace out.